Hello, this is Corey the Keyblade Wielder 2, and we're back for another commentary. Yeah, Disney Villains War 2, Round 8. If you wonder why there's like 3 parts, well, this one is going to be the very longest explanation, I think. Actually, also, I want to do, like, after this, then I'll go back to do the other War series on the commentary on the War series. Maybe I'll go back to Worst Heroes and Villains War Ever on round 5. But the other ones, I'll just pick whichever. So let's get going. We start with the prologue. Love the Kingdom Hearts music. So we see Ansem has gathered both, well, Vanitas and Ursula, since the only two. But Ansem reveals his real identity. Well, we know you're heartless and you're not really Ansem. But actually, it's Xehanort? Xehanort was disguised as Ansem.
What?
Okay, here's my reaction.
If he's a fake, then what happened to the real Ansem?
Yep, that's my reaction there. Hold on.
I take it you wonder why you're here.
Yep, that's the voice acting there. I think it's Mr. Dark who's voicing him. I forgot. It's been a long time since I've seen History Bub's videos since he deleted them.
Have you ever heard of the Great War? It is a curious tale, and one worth...
Hold on, I think I'm going to make this bigger. Theater mode. I just think it looks much better.
exploring. We know so little about it.
Okay, so the Great War, it's basically like before the events of this series, there was this Great War, and yeah, you'll hear the whole thing.
Only that it exists in legend. Tell me something. The tale goes that the gods destroyed one realm and divided it in 3 to destroy the great evil. No.
Okay, so it's basically what he said. Yeah, if you guys heard it correctly, the legend goes is that there was this war going on by the thing called the Great Evil, and the Great Evil has been causing so much chaos going around, and well, the gods have decided to just way to defeat him is to split the universe into 3, which is of course the hand-drawn realm, the CGI realm, and the live-action realm. 3 universes. So, yeah, it's basically what he's telling. Plus, the Great Evil, of course, in Disney Villains War, it is Chernobog.
I wonder if the great evil was to be brought back.
That's Xehanort, he just wants to research, but also, if you guys seen non-Disney Villains Tournament in the non-Disney Villains Tournament, in the later rounds, the Fairy Godmother is alive, spoilers, I guess, and Pitch Black was having a talk with her, and same thing as Xehanort wants in Disney Villains War, he wants to free the Great Evil. Yes, there's also the Great Evil in non-Disney Villains Tournament. Okay, here's the thing. It's not a different kind of Great Evil. The Great Evil is one and the same. The Great Evil is actually a being in both Disney Villains War and non-Disney Villains Tournament. Xehanort wants to free the Great Evil. Even Pitch Black wants to free the Great Evil. So yeah, the Great Evil is one and the same in both Disney Villains War and non-Disney Villains Tournament. So, actually, it's what Mr. Dark, also used to be known as Cult of Kefka, and Sony Shadow 21 were thinking, yeah, they planned this whole thing. they had an idea that if all the world, well, Disney Villains War was going to end in part 3, while non-Disney Villains Tournament was going to have it was just going to be one part. So yeah, in Disney Villains War, the Great Evil's form is Chernabog. But it makes you wonder what... Well, actually, yes, the Great Evil in non-Disney Villains Tournament is also Chernabog. But it makes me question, how would you bring Chernabog into the non-Disney Villains Tournament? I mean, you obviously can't use a Disney villain because that'd be cheating, or just would not make sense. So yeah, I just wanted to explain this part. This is mostly why I wanted to make the commentaries of the old wars. Before Fatus Catus, Savrio Gamba, Legion of Darkness, all of them came, I just want to use these commentaries so that, to get an explanation. Kind of like how I explained why Power Ranger villains were in Disney Villains War. So, let me guys know if you guys learned about it.
And the realms being once more one. What possibilities lie beyond that? Such answers I must have. That shouldn't be too hard. And why shouldn't I? Oh, yes.
Sorry, I was taking a drink.
Yes.
Yeah, they're interested.
And a deep,
Yep, they want to see the Great Evil come back.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some loose ends to tie up.
Okay, I kind of like that air. She's like, yeah, I'll free the Great Evil. But first, I got something else to tie up first, so I'll be back in a jiff. Or, I can be 20 minutes or something. Okay, so now we start with the first fight. Ursula versus Larxene rematch. Aha! Ursula wants to get a payback from Larxene for how she killed her. She said, let's see how beautiful you are when I'm through with you. If you guys didn't hear that when I was trying to unmute it. Okay, as much as I hate Larxene, I will admit she is good looking. Even if she's a villain I hate. It's like, can I go for one war without having my poopsies be electrocuted to death? It's just something I thought she would have said. Aha! Ursula killed Larxene. Well, I guess that's all of the Organization 13 members left. Ursula wins. The next fight, Barbossa versus Sunlock and the Jabberwocky. Okay, now I remember that Chinese dude, Chinese villain, that sorcerer from Sorcerer's Apprentice it's Sunlock. Okay, so we see Barbossa, well, John Silver's upset that Barbossa is working with the orcs. So what, are they like rivals or something? So he well, I think it's like challenging him, or he dares it. I dare you to take down an evil Chinese sorcerer who controls dragons. You on, bro? It's just the way, my interpretations. Dude, why'd you throw away that good apple? Looks like Barbossa got face to face with that dude. On Sunlock summons the Jabberwocky. Was the Jabberwocky no longer in league with the Red Queen now? I mean, in the movie Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, the Jabberwocky was under control of the Red Queen, which is how she controls all of Underland. Yes, if you guys haven't seen it, it's instead of Wonderland, it's Underland. Pretty dumb, I know. I'd be glad it's not called Underwear. Now that'd be one dumb way for Tim Burton's decision to make. Hey, there's a random Power Ranger villain. Oh, looks like Barbossa killed the Jabberwocky. And Barbossa wins, along with this random Power Ranger villain. Next fight. Doofenshmirtz versus Dr. Draken. Okay, as much as I am not a fan of Phineas and Ferb, I will admit it's actually make it's interesting rivalry between Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Dr. Draken. So yeah, he thought he was gonna be in Gen Tech as an employee, but it's a trap by Dr. Draken. So say he's got Norm and Coyote. Yeah, Norm is basically like he's a robot that's. I guess Doofenshmirtz decided to make Norm out of the old stereotype of a husband, like, "Hi, honey, I'm home." That's basically what he is. Looks like Coyote wins, along with Dr. Draken. Next slide. Pandaras. I think Eli Pandaras versus Mosenrath. Well, Eli Pandaras meets up with Yzma because he wants to join a band of sorcerers for Maleficent's alliance. Well, under Maleficent's alliance. But guess who's back? Hold on. Mosenrath, who just arrived from Limbo. Huh. Okay. Okay, I'm so happy to see Mosenrath back. And he's just an awesome Disney TV villain. Just like in Disney versus non-Disney villains Part 2, you're just using the Season 2 design of Eli Pandaras from American Dragon Jake Long. Mosenrath kicking his butt. Mosenrath wins. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna stop right here, and I also got some other stuff to do, so that was part 1 of Disney Villains War 2 Round 8. So far, so see you in the next part, or a different round to commentate on.